Hi, I'm here to talk about the signpost called Words of the Wiser. This signpost can help you understand a character's internal conflict, it can help you analyze a story's theme, and it can help you understand the relationships between the characters and plot. Words of the Wiser is the advice or insight about life that a wiser character, who's usually older, offers to the main character. When you spot the Words of the Wiser signpost, pause and ask yourself this question. What's the life lesson, and how might it affect the character? Sometimes the life lesson might not actually be said out loud in a way that's super clear. You'll have to use clues from the story and your own knowledge to find the true meaning. Let's try it by looking at this passage. Cam didn't understand where this anxiety was coming from. He'd applied to the scholarship for the camp hoping he would get it, hadn't he? But as he read the message about his acceptance again, he felt like he couldn't breathe. The camp was way out in the country. He wouldn't know a single other person. Sitting at the table, heart pounding, Cam barely heard his sister Robin come in. When she asked him what was wrong, he told her he got the scholarship, but he didn't think he should go. Why? Robin asked. She had one hand on the fridge. Cam just shrugged. Cam, she said, remember how scared you were when you switched schools? And look how great it turned out. There's a saying, you can't discover new lands without leaving the shore behind. Cam shrugged again. Robin shrugged back at him and took the water out of the fridge. Up to you, she said. Okay, so here the Words of the Wiser are coming from Cam's sister Robin, who I'm assuming is older. She tells him to remember how he was afraid to switch schools, but that it turned out great. And then she quotes a saying about how you can't discover new lands without leaving the shore. But what does that actually mean for Cam's situation? I think the shore means safety and comfort, which in this case would be if Cam were to stay home and not go to camp. And new lands are the adventures he could have and the friends he could make at camp. So she's saying it's worth giving up safety and comfort for a little while for the chance to experience something new and exciting. I wonder what effect this advice will have on Cam throughout the story. For now, I bet it will help him decide to go to camp even though he's scared. And later, it could encourage him to try something else that seems really scary. Maybe he's going to have to decide whether to take an even bigger risk. Regardless of what happens, the advice gives me insight into Cam's internal conflict. And I'll bet it also relates to one of the story's themes about finding courage or venturing far from home. Whenever I find Words of the Wiser, I take note, and I ask myself, what's the life lesson, and how might it affect the character? It helps me understand more about the internal conflicts the characters face, and it often helps me analyze the story's theme as well as the relationships between characters and plot.